we're dealing with in life, we need to know, Sandy, that God sees. And for context, the idea of God seeing is not just visual, but it means that God understands. That's it. It means that God is empathetic. It means that when the song said that Jesus took on all our grievous sins to bear, it means that right there in the middle of her struggle, that God was still with her. And as we go through our life and our journeys, so often we forget that God sees. We forget that God is with us. We forget that God understands. You know, so often we forget that Jesus Christ took every bit of our pain, every bit of our anguish, that he already experienced it on the cross.
Right.
So she said, he is the God who sees. So when we seek God, are we seeking the God that we think can just give us a blessing? Or are we seeking the God who sees? When we seek God, are we seeking God that would just take us out of situations and remove our pain? Or are we just really seeking God in faith and just seeking the God who sees? Are we seeking the spiritual slot machine God where I can just take my lever of faith and pull it and get whatever I want and hit a jackpot? Or am I seeking the God who sees? Now, this text reminds us that we need to seek the God who sees. He's not the God who always gives us what we want. And we ought to thank God that he doesn't, because we don't even know what we really want. And thank God he surely does not give us what we think we want or what we think we need. God gives us what we need. Here it is, to fulfill his purpose. Write that down with your mental pen. God gives us what we need to fulfill his purpose. God puts us in places to fulfill his purpose. God does not put us in places for our comfort. God does not put us in places for our affirmation. God does not put us in places necessarily for us to be blessed or to get our breakthrough. Hear me clearly. This text shows us that God puts us in places to do his will, that he might get the glory. Sarai and Abraham, here it is, needed to see somebody